What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm just chilling today. Thought I would do a little chit chat vlog with you. Nothing really to unbox or anything like that, unfortunately. There is a couple of water drop items coming, so I will talk about them in a little bit more detail when they get here. We did in fact order the Rainbow Pride bottles. I got a ridiculous discount code from somewhere. I think it might have been on a German discount code that seemed to work in the UK, and I got the bottle for like £12 off the original price or something like that. So had to nab it up at that price. So I'm just waiting for those to come, and then I will unbox them on a YouTube video because I know my videos are climbing views and subscribers since I started doing more water drop videos. So be sure to keep checking back, subscribe, and I will update you guys when it all comes in the post. But I recorded this video like a week ago now, and when I went to my software to try and pin it all together because it was in different parts and I wanted to put videos in and photos and stuff like that, I couldn't find my actual vlog video, so I've had to re-record this video and then I'll start all over again. So it's Thursday, so over a week ago now, last Tuesday, week ago, we went to Paultons Park, which, if you're from the UK, you would have heard of Paultons Park, but you may not have been to Paultons Park. It's the home of Peppa Pig World, and it was amazing. Now, you don't necessarily have to have a kid to go, but it's probably advantageous because there's not that many like adult rides. There's about 5 or 6 that you could do, but it is primarily for, I'd say, the 10s and unders, roughly speaking. And my child is a huge Peppa Pig fan, so we found a deal that meant we could stay in a Holiday Inn about a 5-minute drive away from Paultons, plus a 2-day pass to Paultons Park, so the Tuesday and the Wednesday, for with breakfast included, for about £200. Now, bearing in mind that's 2 rooms, 5 people, 2-day passes to a theme park, and it was £200. I mean, that is just value for money right there. You can't pass that deal up. So it sounds like a lot of money. You do have to break it down. So that's 2 rooms, which is probably over probably £100 each, for 5 of us, so 4 adults, 1 child, including breakfast, which is usually, let's say, £10 each, depending on what the breakfast is. The theme park is actually £50 per person, and maybe 30 for my 4-year-old. So right there, you've already saved yourself a ton of money. Yes, £200 is a lot of money, but in comparison to what you would spend if you broke it all down to a non-package deal, it's not that much money at all. So we drove up on the Tuesday morning. We left about 8 a.m. to get there for roughly about 10 when it opened. But there was a big smash on the motorway. A car was on fire, so we took a little detour route trying to go around it because it would have added an hour and a half to our journey. Apparently the car just like caught fire. There was no crash. There was no like seriousness. The car just spontaneously caught fire, which is terrifying to think that they could just do that. So we took a little detour. I actually got there at 10:30, which wasn't that bad considering it said like midday. Never been before, so I mean, my parents had taken me, I think I was about 7, but I don't remember that. So when we get in, we head straight for Peppa Pig World because, let's face it, that's the reason why we're there. But there's a couple of cool rides on the way. So my mum and my girlfriend went on a big like spinny, loopy, roller coastery thing. Me, my dad, and my daughter went to sort of a little go-kart ride where they sit in the driver's seat, and then there's a purpose-built seat for the adults. So you sit over sort of on their shoulders, if you like, on a seat behind them. So if you need to steer or help them with the pedal or whatever, you're there. And that was an awesome ride because they really thought about how people can do rides together, which I've never seen before. Not at Chesington, Alton Towers, Thorpe Park, Legoland. There is nothing where the parent can sit comfortably with their child and sort of just oversee what's going on. So that ride was brilliant. It taught them about roads, driving on the left-hand side because we were in the UK, giving way to traffic at the end of the road, stopping at a stoplight. It was epic. So we did that for a little bit, and then we all met up again and went into Peppa Pig World. Now, Pepper and George were coming out at different times of the day to do meet and greets, but obviously because of COVID, you have to stand quite a way away from them. So we decided to do that on the Wednesday because the queue was insane. Because people still want to do these things. Because, when you might never go back again. So you may travel the world when we eventually can with no restrictions. And you may never go back to a theme park in the UK. So it makes sense that you want to do it while you're there. But we saved it for the Wednesday, and when we met them, they were just so cute. They were blowing kisses at my daughter. They were sticking their thumbs up. We had amazing photos, which we purchased, and it was just an epic little meet and greet. Even though you have to social distance, it was still awesome, and they're still in the photo. So we still got photos of us meeting Pepper and George, which she is just over the moon about. And then there's like 12 rides in this place just for kids, just for Peppa Pig fans. There's a helicopter ride, there's a hot air balloon ride, there's some sort of monorail that goes over her head, there's like a lazy river ride, there's a ride where you sort of sit on a dinosaur. Again, there's a smaller seat for the child and a bigger seat for the adult. So it's made for 2 people. What am I missing? There's a little boat ride that just sort of bobs up and down, but it goes quite slow and it's quite chilled for them. And it was just the most magical place to be. And I know I'm 38, but at this point in my life, you do things to see the smile on your daughter's face. And that is big enough reason to just enjoy it yourself. And I had some time off work. I'm still on furlough. I was with my mum, my dad, my girlfriend, my daughter. Life's just like pretty perfect when you just forget all the other shit that's going on in the world. And after that, we had some lunch. My dad bought an ice cream, which looked huge. We took a very nice picnic. There's lots of picnic seating, so we ate in Peppa Pig World. We'd like do every 5 minutes while we're eating, and we were all getting a little bit crazy about that theme song. So we go outside, and there's roller coasters for the adults, and a couple of more kiddie rides. So we did that, and then the park shuts at 5. So after getting there at 10:30, we still hadn't done everything at 5 o'clock in the evening. I mean, that's how big this place is. Even after a 2-day pass, we have still not walked around the whole thing. So if you could get a 3-day pass, I would recommend it. Or if you're a bit more like less bothered about Peppa Pig World and more bothered about just the park in general, you could probably cover it. But because we had a 4-year-old with us, it was all about her, really. And the rides they're just brilliant. They're just so well explained as well, and everyone was adhering to social distancing. But the best part, I think, was that it's mostly outdoors, so we didn't have to wear masks on many of the rides. We still had to wear it on some of them, but not on all of them. And that's just progression, I think, because if we'd have gone, well, we wouldn't have been able to go this time last year, but if we could, it would have been masks, it would have been strict. And while this wasn't strict, it was still very much a thing. And they were taking very good care of you, spraying all the things down, wiping it all over. And on the hour, every hour, there's a deep clean of all of the machinery. So there's not an awful lot more they can do to keep you safe. So at 5 o'clock, we go and check into our room. Holiday Inn Express, Southampton, just 5 minutes down the road from Paultons Park. I have to say, was amazing. They were very, very attentive, very good. They explained everything about check-in to my mum, who checked in for both of our rooms because it was under her name. We were side by side, so 104, 105, something like that, or 103, 104. And it was just easy. We just got our key, we checked in, and then we needed to eat dinner. Now, I don't particularly like hotel food. I feel like I don't know why, there's probably stigmatism about it in my head, even though it's probably cooked fine and the guy's probably a pretty good chef. But to me, it's just very basic. So I don't particularly eat much of what would be on a hotel menu. And my daughter doesn't eat chips, so she doesn't really eat crap, if that makes sense. So we find the local Bella Italia, which is a family we adore. And we go there, book a table, again, all COVID safe, social distancing. We had a lovely meal, we had a nice time, all talking, getting involved. My daughter ate really well. back home to the hotel room. She had a shower. We all got showered because we were knackered. Spruced up a little bit. I went to bed. So yeah, at 4 o'clock in the morning on the Wednesday, the fire alarm goes off. So we were all having the loveliest of sleeps. And my daughter didn't wake up at all. Didn't hear it. Didn't make her budge at all. And this thing was loud. So that was a revelation. And then once it had gone off and been turned off, I couldn't get back to sleep. So that sucked. So I was pretty tired on the Wednesday. Again, up, had breakfast. But while we were there, my dad told me about some reviews that this place had had. And we'll call it complaints about their breakfast. I have a few issues about this. I have a lot of issues about this. I think in this time and place that we see ourselves in, should we not just be grateful that we can do these things now, that we can stay in these hotels, that they've not completely just gone bust because of COVID and they've run out of money, that we can actually still go to a Holiday Inn Express and have a breakfast? Shouldn't that just be enough? But apparently no. Mrs. Karen and Mrs. Keith, they want to pipe up about the fact that they've now put everything in little, like, serving bags. So if you just want to grab it and take it back to your room and you don't want to sit with all the other people, you don't have to. And some people have had issues about that. Now, we go to breakfast. Cereal has been measured out in 2 portions. You know, it's usually all stacked up with the twisty thing. You put your bowl underneath. This was all in paper bag portions, so you can see through. You can see it's quite a weighty bag, so they haven't gone by like the serving suggestions, not like 50 grams. It's like 150 gram weight. And you grab your bag of cereal, you grab your bowl, you grab your spoon, you pour your milk, you take it back to your table, and you eat your cereal. What is there to complain about? With the toast, you know, the toasting stations that go really, really slowly and you're only allowed 1 slice on at a time, they'd split the bread up into 2 slices into 1 pack. So you help yourself to a pack of 2 slices of bread. I stood at the toaster, I toasted my 2 slices of bread, I grabbed some butter, took it back to my table and ate my toast. What is there to complain about with that? They were still serving sausage baps, bacon baps, 2 slices of bacon, 2 sausages in a roll, ketchup, brown sauce is there. You grab the roll, you take it back to the table and you eat it. What is there to complain about? Yes, they're not serving a full English anymore, but they're very, very communicative about that on their website. They tell you they're not serving a full English buffet. They tell you they're doing a take-away service. So literally on one of the tables was paper bags, takeaway cutlery, napkins. So if you wanted to grab cereal, if you wanted to grab a little bit of milk, if you wanted to grab some toast or just some bread, whatever it was, you could take it away. You could take it to Paultons Park and eat it there. You could eat it in your room. You could do what we did, grabbed a table, took our masks off, sat down and ate our breakfast. I don't understand why you would complain about the service that they laid on. I literally was lost for words when my mum told me that. They're helping us by giving us breakfast. They just could say we're not serving food. It would be that simple. But they were. And yes, it was more of a stripped back service than what we are used to. Okay, we are spoiled. We are used to bacon, eggs, sausages, mushrooms, hash browns. We don't need it though. You could fill yourself up with croissants in individual bags. You could even grab a couple and take them for lunch if you didn't have anything. There was toast, brown bread, white bread. There was all the cereals that you normally get, your muesli, your Cocoa Pops, your Weetabix, your cornflakes. There was porridge. There was yogurts. It was all just a little bit more stripped back, so you had to help yourself. If you've got time to complain about that, you need to take a long, hard look in the mirror and just think, why am I moaning about this? There's nothing to moan about. I'm just absolutely, just blew my mind that in today's, current climate and society, people are still moaning that they are not being able to grab a full English. It just blew my mind. My mum wanted brown bread instead of white bread, so I got her 2 slices of brown. We took the bacon out. We put it in the brown bread. She had a brown bread sandwich. My girlfriend wanted a sausage bap, so she had a sausage bap. I don't I don't get it. So if anybody wants to explain to me why there were complaints, pop it in the comments. But be warned, I will come back at you, because there is no reason to complain about the service that they laid on. Anyway, rant over. So we ate our breakfast and then noticed like a really cute bowl full of sanitizer with all the door keys in it. So you don't hand it over to somebody after you've put it in your pocket and maybe gone to the toilet, not washed your hands and held your door key. You popped it in a bowl of sanitizer. I think that's genius. I think that's brilliant. So it's been sanitized before somebody else has to touch it. Anyway, so checkout was super duper easy. We didn't see nobody. We just said thank you so much for an amazing stay. Take care, stay safe. See you later. And back to Paultons we went. It was about 10:15 on the Wednesday. Had another amazing day. Did more Peppa Pig World rides, although it was busier because it was warmer. So it was a bit more queue time, which my daughter found boring. But my folks managed to go on some like bigger rides, some roller coasters, which weren't so busy because everybody had run to Peppa Pig World. And we'd also taken her swimming costume because they have some sort of like wet area with fountains and pools of water and stuff, so she could run around. But it was freezing and she was getting very cold, so she didn't stay in there long. And then that was it really. We just came home, but it was the most amazing 2 days, and it was just relaxing and nice to be together and nice to just do something different. Yes, we've done Chesington recently. Yes, we've got Legoland coming up in about 2 weeks' time. Yes, we've done various things during lockdown. We've done Warwick Castle, but this was just super duper nice to just go away. It's not far, it's like an hour and a half drive. We could have done it in a day, but with the luxury of being able to stay just down the road, we could just relax and go back the day after, redo the rides that we loved and do the ones we missed and just chill, which was the best thing and definitely something we all needed. So thumbs up from me. Paultons, you're amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. Yes, it's expensive, but when you look at what they offer, I guess it's worth it. But if you can find a deal, you're laughing. Holiday Inn Express, we had a lovely stay. The alarm was not your fault. We get that. Well done for shutting it off so quickly. Thank you for the sheet that came through our door in the morning to explain everything, and we were safe and we were looked after. The communication was awesome. It was a lovely stay. The bed was super duper comfortable. They delivered more pillows and more towels really, really quickly. Just no faults at all. And thank you for the breakfast that you laid on, because we were all nicely full, ready for our day out of Paultons. So that's it really. That's it. I just wanted to review it, and if anybody's got any issues, then feel free. But seriously, I don't want to know. Just pop them somewhere else if you've got time to complain about that. We're not friends. So that's it really. I've got my I don't even know what it says. OEC. There's a TV show in the UK. There's a farm in the UK called Cannon Hall Farm, and the two farmers, Rob and Dave, have little sayings, and this is one of them. OEC. It's very much indigenous to the area that they come from. I don't really say OEC. I say like oh shit. But OEC is nicer, and he's very cute when he says it. So if you want to look at a proper decent UK farm and you want to know how they talk, if you can understand the UK accents, check out Cannon Hall Farm. They're on YouTube. They're on terrestrial TV as well. So my girlfriend loves it there. So hopefully we're going to visit at some point. But yeah, that was it really. Basically, I just wanted to fill everybody in that you are safe to travel, even if it's just like local in your country. Hotels are doing everything they can to keep you safe, and we've stayed in different places, and we're all, touch wood, fine and well, and we are fully vaccinated as well. So stay safe, stay well, all that malarkey, and I'll speak to you guys